Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we are taking another look at Grand Theft Auto Online, and our topic is the top 10 best hypercars currently available as of the end of 2021. These cars are being ranked based on a compilation of all their stats, including top speed, acceleration, handling, braking, and cornering. I also consider appearance and customization, but only as an afterthought. I limited today's options to non-weaponizable cars and only those with 2 or more seats. So let's dive on in and take a look at these ridiculous cars. Number 10, the Grotti Visione. Try to relax, there's a first time for everyone. You take another furtive glance at those ravishing curves and feel faint with desire. Suddenly, it doesn't matter how rich you are. This time, you're out of your league. Your mouth is dry, your pants sodden. And then it happens. The doors glide open. You take your seat and nothing is ever the same again. There's no going back. Welcome to Visione. The Visione can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,250,000. The design of the Grotti Visione is based on the real-life Ferrari Zesri concept and McLaren P1. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,400 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 6 gears. This car has a top speed of 125.25 miles per hour, or 201.57 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 86.33, an acceleration stat of 92.50, a braking stat of 37.33, and a handling stat of 91.69, giving it an overall average rating of 76.96. This car has great acceleration and handling, with above average speed and braking, making it an excellent starter car for the beginner jet fuel enthusiast. Number 9, the Truffade Thrax. Forget unitary construction, put your Monaco back in your pants. The rolling chassis is back, and it's making sweet, naphtha kerosene-drenched love to the hottest body in the world. Don't worry if you don't understand any of that, just take the corners hard and you feel the future. Trust us. The Thrax can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,325,000. The design of the Truffade Thrax is based on the real-life Bugatti Divo. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,960 kilograms, is all-wheel drive, and has 7 gears. This car has a top speed of 124 miles per hour or 199.56 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 85.4, an acceleration stat of 85.04, a braking stat of 40, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 77.52. One of the slowest hypercars to appear on the list, the Thrax is overlooked by many, but its heavier weight, responsive braking, and insanely good handling make it a personal favorite of mine. Plus, considering that this, quote, slow vehicle can reach a top speed of 124 miles per hour, it is still going to blow your panties down 99% of the time. Number 8, the Overflod Entity XXR. Sure, it makes sense for a nation of ultra-liberal herring lovers to lead the world in the manufacture of affordable flat-pack furniture, but just when you think you've got the measure of them, the Swedish go and produce a low-slung, heavyweight, pitilessly fast hypercar, and suddenly it's hard to sustain your prejudices when you're experiencing enough G-force to separate your face from your skull. The Entity XXR can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,305,000. The design of the Overflod Entity XXR is based on a real-life Koenigsegg 1 and the Koenigsegg Agera R. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,400 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 6 gears. This car has a top speed of 128 miles per hour or 206 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 91.21, an acceleration stat of 88.75, a braking stat of 33.33, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 78.32. This car improves upon the last in speed while having slightly worse braking. It does increase the top speed and acceleration while maintaining perfect handling, so it takes corners slightly worse than the Thrax, but makes up for it in the straightaway. Number 7, the Chevelle Taipan. Human-led design is a thing of the past. This is what happens when you fire your R&D department and leave a supercomputer alone with a textbook on computational fluid dynamics and some provocative anime. End result, to drive a Taipan is to put yourself at the mercy of a ruthless, inhuman dedication to pure speed and improbable curves. Be afraid. The Taipan can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $1,980,000. The design of the Chevelle Taipan is based on the real-life Hennessy Venom F5, 2nd generation Ford GT, and the McLaren P1. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,400 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 6 gears. This car has a top speed of 126.25 miles per hour, or 203.18 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 91.35, an acceleration stat of 89.25, a braking stat of 33.33, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 78.48. So the Chevelle Taipan does little to reinvent the wheel here, representing what we could likely see as the hypercar standard. Great handling, decent braking, and a really high top speed and acceleration stat. Number 6, the Benefactor Krieger. It sounds so simple in theory. Why shouldn't the cutting edge of hypercar design dovetail seamlessly with the bleeding edge of competition-ready open-wheel racing tech? Well, forget the theory. Sit in the driver's seat, take a breath, pucker up, and shoot a tentative glance in the direction of the throttle. Did you feel that? Have you noticed that you are suddenly a mile and a half into the next time zone, and your face is inside out? Yeah, that's why. The Krieger can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,875,000. The design of the Benefactor Krieger is based on the real-life Mercedes AMG 1 and the Audi R8 LMS GT3. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,250 kilograms, is all-wheel drive, and has 7 gears. This vehicle has a top speed of 127.25 miles per hour, or 204.79 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 86.81, an acceleration stat of 93.50, a braking stat of 37.33, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 79.41. So here again we see that all-wheel drive superiority. Our braking stat goes up, but the weight is very low, so we don't sacrifice much in the way of speed or acceleration, making the Krieger one of the best hypercars you can get your hands on. And we still have 5 to go. Number 5, the Lampadati Tigon. Look at the Lampadati Tigon. Count to 3 and try not to adjust your pants. Ready? 1, 2, yep, we called it. This car's sole purpose is to please the eye, thrill the heart, and leave you sticky with delight. The Taigon can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,310,000. The design of the Lampadati Tigon is based on the real-life De Tomaso P7 and Ultima RS. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,250 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 7 gears. This car has a top speed of 125.75 miles per hour, or 202.37 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 86.44, an acceleration stat of 94.88, a braking stat of 37.33, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 79.66. Here we see a slight improvement in base acceleration, making this car a burnout machine in the wrong hands and a fire starter in the right hands. The Taigon has a great top speed, above average braking, and of course perfect handling, making it an obvious choice for the supercar fan that wants to stand apart. Number 4, the Pegassi Zorrusso. It takes a special kind of visionary to sit behind the wheel of a hypercar while it flirts outrageously with the sound barrier and seriously ask the question, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could put the top down? But then the folks at Pegassi are nothing if not visionary, and nothing if not special. The Zorrusso can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $1,925,000. The design of the Pegassi Zorrusso is based on the real-life Ital-designed Zorruno. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,300 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 6 gears. This car has a top speed of 124.25 miles per hour, or 199.96 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 86.38, an acceleration stat of 93.63, a braking stat of 40, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 80. With the Zorrusso, we finally get another car to cross the 40 threshold for braking ability, making this car a dream in the streets. It's great to be able to take your car from 0 to 100 in 5 seconds, and still make it around the corner in a blind intersection and hit nothing but pedestrians. Number 3, the Overflod Autarch. This is not a hypercar. It's not a sports prototype or a concept GT. It's something else. Something much, much better. And this isn't even an advert for whatever it is. The Autarch doesn't need an advert. It doesn't need anything it doesn't already have. Least of all the approvable of an irrelevance like you. No, you need it. More than you need money, dignity, or life itself. Go on, we dare you not to buy it. The Autarch can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $1,955,000. The design of the Overflod Autarch is based on the real-life Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus SCG-003 and the McLaren Senna. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,300 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 6 gears. This car has a top speed of 125.5 miles per hour, or 201.97 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 86.38, an acceleration stat of 94.25, a braking stat of 40, and a handling of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 80.16. Here we have our last car on the list for under $2 million. It has an excellent handling and braking, meaning it corners quite well, and makes weaving in traffic a dream come true. It also has a top-of-the-line acceleration and a not inconsiderable top speed of 125 miles per hour. All of this adding up to make it a solid choice for high-end racing. Number 2, the Progen Emerus. There is a new word in pioneering automotive design: intuition. Taking your seat in an Emerus is not like getting into a car. It's like discovering a new and perfectly natural extension of your own body, which just happens to be made of 800 angry horses. So when it tears you mercilessly limb from limb, you'll have no one but yourself to blame. The Emerus can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,750,000. The design of the Progen Emerus is based on the real-life McLaren Senna. It has 2 seats, weighs an astonishingly low 1,198 kilograms, is rear-wheel drive, and has 7 gears. This car has a top speed of 127.25 miles per hour, or 204.79 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 86.55, an acceleration stat of 94.50, a braking stat of 40, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 80.26. So here we see that it's hard to improve perfection, and notice only minimal stat changes from the last vehicle. Our handling and braking can't really go up from here, because they're both already so high, but our weight drops down, which gives us a tiny boost in both top speed and acceleration. And we'll take it. Number 1, the Pegassi Tezeract. Ladies and gentlemen, we've crossed the frontier. The motor car has evolved. The first member of a new and alien species has arrived, and it does not come in peace. The Tesseract's only purpose is to wage a silent war of annihilation on anything else that dares to call itself a means of transport. As of now, there's a right side of history. Choose wisely. The Tesseract can be purchased in GTA Online from Legendary Motorsport for a price of $2,825,000. The design of the Pegassi Tezeract is based on the real-life Lamborghini Terzo Millennio and the SRT Tomahawk. It has 2 seats, weighs 1,800 kilograms, is all-wheel drive, and has only 1 gear. This car has a top speed of 125.5 miles per hour, or 201.97 kilometers per hour. It has a speed stat of 90.68, an acceleration stat of 91.50, a braking stat of 40, and a handling stat of 100, giving it an overall average rating of 80.55. Yep, that's right, an all-electric hypercar. This thing is as impressive as it is silent. With only 1 gear, enjoy a smooth transition from 0 to 125 miles per hour in about 4 seconds. And once you get to that speed, don't worry about crashing. With top-of-the-line handling and braking, this car is a dream to drive. Weighing nearly 700 kilograms more than most of the other cars on this list, the Tesseract is not floaty at all, being one of the most responsive vehicles in the game. And that shouldn't be surprising considering it's an all-wheel drive monster. Definitely the best hypercar currently available in Grand Theft Auto Online. And that is where we're going to end it for today. I had a lot of fun buying, customizing, and testing out all of these awesome cars, and I hope you enjoyed learning about how they're ranked. With these cars, although speed and acceleration are of course super important, I found that the races I won or lost came down to almost entirely the handling and the braking of the car. But that's enough car talk for one day. Thanks for watching and have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.